One of the most important things that we do is we make chocolate from the seed all the way to the finished chocolate bar. And we can do that all locally. So we can grow it here and we can manufacture it here. We'll buy cacao from Mililani. We'll buy it from Waialua. We'll buy it from Kahaluu or Waimanalo or Kealakeku on the Big Island or Hilo. And we can make chocolate that tastes different because of where it grew. And so I've got some examples for you.
Yeah.
So this is how we'll often receive samples from the farmer. This is all from Mililani, from different ferments that they've done over the whole season, which can range from, let's say, October through May. And so there are many different ferments, and not all of them are good. Some of them are great, but they can taste very different, which means that they're going to get a different roast profile. And so now what I have to do is sort through all these samples, tasting raw cacao seeds, and analyzing if it's going to be dark chocolate, if it's going to be milk chocolate. Do we want to do a floral batch? Do we want to do something that's more fruity? Are there base chocolate notes? So this is where step one comes into play. But the most important thing we do is sourcing. As long as we buy good beans, we can make good chocolate.
I didn't realize that we had so many places here in Hawaii that grow cacao seeds.
Oh yeah.
Like I never hear about it. I hear about coffee.
And that's
taro.
because it's so new.
Oh really?
We're such a baby industry here. I'm gonna call it industry because I'm manifesting. Now there's like 7 acres in the back of Kahaluu. There's about an 8-acre orchard in Mililani. We have our own farm collaboration, Kamananui Estate, which is in Waialua. We've got about 5 acres planted there. There's probably like 50 acres over on the Hilo side, maybe something like 25 over on the Kona side.
How did you even get introduced to cacao in the first place?
Yeah, I kind of stumbled into it. I was at the University of Hawaii. I met this guy through surfing, but his job was to study the viability of cacao for the state of Hawaii.
Interesting.
And so he was getting his master's in studying what we call post-harvest handling practices. So I wandered into this lab and he had a big pile of pods on his desk, and the lab was an ag lab. So it was covered in like kava and coffee, and it's not like this pristine, clean looking lab. It was an ag lab. And so he was sitting there cracking pods open, and I had no idea that chocolate was a fruit. There was these big football-looking fruit pods that looked like they're out of a Dr. Seuss book. But the seed has this sweet pulp around it, and it's delicious. It's like lychee or mangosteen.
Okay.
It's this white, fleshy fruit with a lot of sugar in it. And so I was like, oh my God, this is incredible. This is chocolate. And so after it gets fermented and dried, you've got this. And so depending on the flavor of this, it's going to influence the end chocolate bar. And what he was getting as an end chocolate bar had these like rich cherry notes. And I thought that he infused cherries in it. And I was like, this is the best chocolate I've ever had. I don't even like chocolate, but this is delicious. Because I thought chocolate was something that was sweet or milky, like a Hershey bar.
Right.
And this was really high quality craft chocolate. And that was my first time tasting it. And so, boom, I was hooked. That got me into it in 2010. And at that point, within like a couple months, I was like, okay, I'm making chocolate. I'm gonna figure out how to develop a cacao industry here in the state of Hawaii, and that's gonna be my future.
Do not keep us waiting. Hit that subscribe button so we can get to 1,000 followers. Wow.
Why don't we try some of this? I want you to get an experience of what this is like. You can see there's slightly varying colors. So what I want you to do, so I just broke this seed apart, right? And inside this seed are what we call the nibs. And this is what we make chocolate out of. So we make chocolate from the seed. And we have to roast it first. But I want you to try it raw, because this is my job as the chocolate maker to make sure I buy good raw seeds.
How do you tell, like what are you looking for that is the difference between a good one and a not so good one?
I'm looking for a few main things. How bitter is it? How astringent is it? Astringency is like, let's say you ate a green banana and your mouth just dries up. That's astringency. And then I'm looking for things like acidity, floralness, fruity notes. All of this is going to tell me if I want to buy it, if it's going to be milk chocolate or dark chocolate, and how to do a roast profile.
Can I do a test and tell you what I, based on my zero knowledge,
Absolutely.
what I would guess?
I would like to know.
What I would guess that this is a good one.
You're correct.
Okay.
All right, you have a future in this.
I would guess that it would go towards milk chocolate.
No.
Oh man, I failed already. Step 2 gone.
Yeah, not bad though, because it's so hard without comparables. I've eaten thousands and thousands of these things, and so you have to have some baseline to go off of. And so when you eat them raw like this, as a green fermented seed, you can't even tell that it's chocolate. And so I know based on this how to roast it and what I want to develop in it so that I can already tell what this is going to taste like as a finished chocolate bar.
Wow.
What I used to roast in was a converted barbecue.
How big was it?
Oh, think of a normal barbecue like this. And I had a perforated drum that I put inside the barbecue and added a motor. And this would spin the drum, and then I could control the propane tips, the flames.
Yeah.
And I was able to roast cacao that way.
Wow.
Then I switched to an oven as soon as I'd leased a space right above cinnamons. Everything used to be done by hands, like buckets and whatnot. Now, I can load from here so that it's not so much lifting. So we have to get the bags up here because the bags are 150 pounds each.
Dang.
So it's been really interesting to learn the technology behind trying to make chocolate more efficiently. Now this winnower is a process where you're deshelling it. So you saw us doing it by hand.
Yeah.
This does it for us.
Wow.
So it goes through a cracking device and then hits a screen that separates it by size. And then they slide into these chambers here and we'll end up with nibs.
Whoa. Oh,
You
it
can
smells so
now
good.
It smells chocolatey.
Oh my gosh.
And so here we've got all of our Ko'olau Poko nibs. So this is all from the windward side of Oahu, from Waimanalo all the way to about Kualoa Ranch, or like Waiahole area. And so we collected it from our friend Ben in Kahalu, and he does all the fermentation and drying. So he set up the first co-op here on Oahu. Go ahead, hold your hand out.
Okay.
You can taste it's a bit more chocolatey now, but it's still not what you'd expect chocolate to be like.
Right.
This is 100% chocolate. Your teeth are starting to make chocolate right now.
Nice.
You're smashing it up into a paste. Now this paste is about half fat, half cocoa butter, and half cocoa solids. Think cocoa powder and cocoa butter. This machine is about to do it for us, what your teeth just did. The nibs fall at the top there and start to work their way through the rollers, crushing it into a paste. Now, this ball mill has about 100,000 little ball bearings in there.
Wow.
Thermal hardened alloy, really, really hard metal. And so the paste that falls in starts to get really thick like peanut butter, but there's a lot of friction that's happening. It's getting hot. And when cocoa butter gets hot, it starts to melt. And so now we're starting to flow better. Now it's starting to look like liquid chocolate. So after about 45 minutes to an hour in here, we've got something that looks like 100% chocolate. Cheers.
Cheers.
Don't get mad at me for having you taste this. It's intense. This is 100% chocolate. That's 100% that nib smashed up through the ball mill.
The reason why I'm not saying anything is because it's still it's
sticky,
thick. It's wet, but it feels like it's just dry in my mouth.
Yes.
That's a weird sensation.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
So it's super good for you. Right now, whatever a superfood is, this is a superfood.
It's strong, but it's not like, oh my gosh, why would you do this to me?
Right, and that's a testament to the quality of the seeds that we bought.
Gotcha.
Right? They went through really good post-harvest handling process. Really good fermentation, really good drying.
If it wasn't done well or done good, what kind of
It would be
experience would it be?
clawingly bitter and astringent.
That's
Your
what I was
mouth
expecting
would
it to
dry
be.
out. You would pucker. It'd be rough. So we're gonna pump it from this tank into here. And you can see we got finished chocolate in here.
Wow.
So this is also another ball mill. However, this is where we add sugar. This is where we'll add, let's say, milk powder or lilikoi powder or guava powder.
Oh.
And in this case, we added guava.
Wow.
Guava.
The crazy part is I thought it would taste like a weird, like, I don't know if this is allowed to, like, bastardized version of the flavor, because it's like almost like a chocolate, add guava on it. It tastes like a guava that I bit into that had like hints of chocolate in it.
We use real fruit powder. That's
Gotcha.
why. Most of the time, what you're gonna find is people use oils or extracts because you can concentrate the flavor so much. But then it just tastes off, a little bit synthetic. It doesn't taste real. When you use real fruit that turns into powder, it tastes real. So we're pumping this out right now. You can see the guys up on the platform. This is from another farm collaboration we have over on the Big Island. We helped start this farm at Honolii Estate, Honolii Orchards, just outside of Hilo. And they've got about 5 acres planted. And so this is their second batch that we've done from this farm.
Oh, no way.
And so we're gonna do a fruity batch, and we're gonna do a more chocolatey batch. But this is a 70% dark chocolate. Now in here, we have Kekua. So this is a 70% from the other side of the Big Island. And so you can see the color's different too. It's lighter. And so that's genetics. There's more of this white-seeded varietal there, so it almost looks like milk.
Oh my gosh.
Super different, right?
That's very different. I never would have imagined just how significant the differences in taste are.
Same everything.
Wow.
Except for where it grew.
So you're pointing out earlier.
Yeah, you want to go up there and check it out?
It looks pretty awesome. What is
Let's do that.
there?
Let's come up here. Because that's where the tour is going to start by that other big roaster. So this is the catwalk. And the idea is to showcase and have full transparency of what we're doing down below.
Wow.
And then to learn with the videos on what's happening. And then we integrated some of the equipment for the transfer systems. So that big roaster has to send the cacao over, and we're not going to do it by hand, right?
Yeah.
600 pounds of cacao is a lot. And so it's going to go through in these between these pucks, and then it'll hit this void, and everything will fall down, and then circle back, and then go do it again.
Oh. Is it that it's constantly coming out, and if you're not fast enough, it can get a little, it'll be like the Lucille Ball thing where you're just trying to, I Love Lucy episode where you're just eating all the chocolate that's falling off.
Much.
Wow. Did that happen when you first started?
No nut allergies?
No.
Honey roasted peanuts and banana chips
What?
on a coffee-based chocolate. So it's, I think we used Kona or Ka'u, but we call it a wired monkey.
Nice.
And it's our bar of the month. And then we come to our warehouse. But you can see all of our beans, our raw materials here, our packaging. So my brother designed this one. This is our collaboration with Kohana Rum. He did this is our Hawaiian milk chocolate. This is our breakfast bar I was just telling you about. But this pretty much completes what we got going on here.
That's it?
That's it. Well, come back next month.
Yeah.
We have the shop down in Kailua. And so we're making chocolate macadamia spreads, and we're doing chocolate covered macadamia nuts. But it's our chocolate tasting room and wine bar.
So my wife, Jamie, the one behind the camera, that if she could just live on wine and chocolate alone, that would be the ideal world for her. She likes them independently, but I can just hear her smile forming right now to know that she could merge the two together. What is a wine and chocolate pairing like?
You know,
what is that?
It's a lot like how we were talking about in the beginning of the process, where we're tasting certain notes and imagining what it's going to be like. When you're tasting certain chocolates, and let's say Kekua, which is super nutty and creamy and almost milky, or you have something like Mililani, which is bright and fruity and acidic, you're going to pair that with a different wine.
So when you're doing the pairings, are you finishing the whole bar and a whole glass, or is it more you're very refined, dainty, little piece,
Not a lot of refinement.
Okay.
Only in the beginning.
Good.
Everyone pretends well for the first 2 glasses, and then it all falls apart.
So is it actually some kind of club?
Yeah, so normally for the wine and chocolate pairings, you would sign up on our website through Fair Harbor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a really good date night kind of activity.
Yeah.
It comes with a big charcuterie plate. It's a good experience.
Oh, another question. A lot of people have asked me, where you came up with the name Manoa Chocolate, because there's the confusion, right? They're like, but it's in Kailua.
I confused everybody local. There was a number of reasons.
Okay.
I get hassled by my friends, at least I used to, for not calling it Kailua chocolate. But Kailua, for anyone who's not from Hawaii, can be Kailua. And it's not easy to pronounce. And so Manoa was a relatively easy to pronounce Hawaiian word. It has a great meaning. It means solid, vast, and depth. And so I loved the meaning for not just chocolate, but for business, for the ethics of what this is becoming. And so the fact that it was easy to pronounce from day one, I wanted it to be a brand that would be in London and in Tokyo and in New York and around the world.
Yeah.
So that was the goal, and that's what we continue to strive for, because we can grow it locally, we can make it locally, and we can ship it anywhere in the world. So we can have a real chance at developing an industry that is healthy here.
I bet when you first thought about that, to the average person, it's like, nice pipe dream, pal. But now, where you're at, it's like, yeah, you are...
Yeah, people aren't laughing anymore.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it sounded crazy. I was like, hey, Mom, would you buy a chocolate bar for like $6? And she's like, no. I was like, well, I think I'd need to sell it for at least $6 in order to make this work. And she's like, I don't know. Are you sure you want to do this? And at the end of the day, my parents were supportive, but it sounded crazy.
Yeah.
And then I realized it cost me like $7.50 or $8 to even make.
Oh my gosh.
Because I didn't understand my time,
Yeah.
which I was paying myself at the end of the day, like 23 cents an hour is what that worked out to in the beginning.
Gosh.
There was just so much I didn't know.
Yeah.
You don't know what you don't know. And I had to just start and learn and figure it out and just put a lot of hours in.
Do you think, based on, especially since you're so knowledgeable about it, like this cacao could be something like what, I don't know, pineapples or sugarcane used to be for the state? Or is it
I think it can, and in a way that it has more longevity.
Nice.
And that's because no one ever took pineapples and added value in the same way. Because you can grow a pineapple in Ecuador, and it's pretty much the same pineapple that grows here. And so you by adding value is where you can get the dollar amount that can allow an industry to develop in a first world country.
Gotcha.
We have high labor and high land costs.
Yeah.
And so we have to be like Napa. Napa, it doesn't really pay to grow grapes.
Yeah.
They're selling bottles of wine. And that's what we need to be here. And so that's why it's fine to have many chocolate makers. In fact, essential to have many other chocolate makers succeed in scaling so that they can have their own orchards with their own factory on that orchard, so that when, 10 million people a year visit, they can tour our factory and their factory and that one and that one. You don't go to Napa because there's one good winery.
Right.
There's 100 of them. I
Yeah.
don't know. There's a lot of them. And they're making great wine. And you go to a few of them. And everyone's got their own twist and with their own grapes and their own style. And that's what this can be for Hawaii. So this is our tropical wine
Nice.
that we can add value to.
I love that.
Yeah.
And for Jamie, I think now she wants to start her own chocolate farm.
Well, you let me know what you need.